So the most important ingredients for the astral traveling is mugwort and wormwood. They're cousins. Wormwood's very famous for being the infamous ingredient in absinthe, with so-called hallucinogenic effects. But in dreams, it really helps with dream traveling, lucid dreaming, and astral projection, and was often used by witches to travel the heavens during their sleep, which is how we get the image of a broomstick, for example. Here's the wormwood. I'm going to do 1.5 cups of wormwood. This is all in ratio, so I do bigger amounts when I make larger quantities. And I'll, after this, use a cup of mugwort, so it's basically even of the two. They have very similar effects. I like mixing it up. Mugwort's more traditionally used. It grows more wildly, but wormwood has so much background that I'm interested in. So I like using both as wormwood. Mugwort, and as you can see, mugwort looks very different. It's darker, hairier, a little bit less pretty, I might say. In my recipe, I say a cup of lavender. Lavender is important because wormwood and mugwort are so powerful they can often keep one up because their mind is so heightened. So you need something to calm them down. Lavender is going to be used as a romantic one as well, and to induce deep sleep for insomnia. But I like using a little with the astral recipe just to balance it, and you'll definitely still feel the effects of it. You're more likely to wake up earlier, but still feeling refreshed. So I said a cup. I'm probably going to do just under the cup. Maybe you could say 3/4 of a cup of lavender. This is a beautiful blue, and it smells amazing. Lavender is put into the same type of pouches, not for dreaming, just to calm one down. The same effect, which is less known, is rosemary, which I'm going to use in both. Really helps with memory, even while you're sleeping. You just sniff rosemary. So in dreams, it helps you with dream recall, which a lot of people find they don't have enough of. Yarrow is also kind of in the realm of astral travel, but more specifically to accessing the future, either predicting the future, changing the future. And people definitely say that if you have a future event in mind, when either consuming yarrow, having it under your pillow, it would come true. So yarrow is definitely used in magic and stuff. Probably more in spells, whereas mugwort and wormwood more aids one's traveling. Yarrow might cause it. A cup of yarrow. This is a mixture of yarrow leaf and flower. Now we use peony root. As you see, this is a sliced root. I got all this in mountainroseherbs.com. It's organic, no pesticides. And these roots are supposed to help with protection from ancestors, from spirits, and kind of could give one good luck. It's used in other spells, but it works too with dreams. So we're going to do 1/2 cup of that. And as you see, there's a totally different texture, with the herbs, they all kind of blend, but these still made in big chunks. It definitely helps to break them up, you don't need to, and it kind of gives it a little bit of texture. And 1/4 cup of mint. Mint is when I put in, I think, all my pouches, as well as rosemary, because dream recall is important. Mint too adds color and vividness. So anything in a dream which originally might have struck someone will be heightened with mint. And it's very strong. That's why, you know, again, I say 1/4 a cup. Maybe I'll do even a little less, because no matter what, you'll still smell the mint for sure. And it's very refreshing. That's, you know, it gives like cool air. I mean, mint will definitely also in your dreams bring you to environments of cooler temperatures. Whereas roses and jasmine, let's say, would bring you to hotter environments, or cinnamon. But it's that fresh scent that does that. Thyme too, I put with this, because thyme, though not used with astral projection, it is used to induce spirits such as fairies, guidance, elves, gnomes. It was said in a lot of folklore that putting thyme under your bed could bring them in your dreams, which often was favorable. And I thought it was very interesting to put it in. That as an effect, I haven't found true with the people I've given it to. Almost everything else I've told you, which are the common usages, I found were to be accurate in people's experience. People haven't told me about seeing different spirits, but it adds a nice scent, nice herbal body. So I'm curious. I think it does something good. And now it's time for the rosemary. Will help with dream recall, and you know, I give this to people and they have very good reactions to them. But if certain people who just don't remember their dreams very well might say they remember their dreams being more intense or whatnot, but they couldn't lucid dream, or if they did, they forgot. So I think it's very good to have with rosemary. And again, if you need to remember something in your waking state, rosemary is a good thing to keep on sniffing. And last is an 1/8 cup of lemon verbena. This is used to make dreams more fun, more light-spirited. They say funnier dreams, less serious. Say 1/8. I use very little of this. This could counterbalance a lot of the other herbs if you use too much. That's why almost this way. That's basically it. This is the mixture for astral traveling. These are the main ingredients. You know, you could add Mania. There's other ones people like adding. There's other common herbs people add to counteract the mugwort and wormwood. It's just chamomile. I found lavender to be most harmonious. There you go. And then, before we fill it, in the pouches are not just the herbs, but cotton too. I put cotton on the top so that the herbs don't fall out, you know, in the pillowcase and on your bed. So I put it on the bottom to give it some shape, like a little layer. So here are cotton balls that I just kind of pull. So I put just a thin layer on the bottom. By inches. It's like 6. Took up the whole thing. By 3 or 4. Either 6 by 4, 6 by 3.5. Yeah, so there's a thin layer in there. And you put a handful. Definitely don't fill it to the top. You want that wiggle room so it can move. It's moving now. Then you fill it to the top, and you don't want the stuff to spill out, because even if you tie it, there still might be a little bit of opportunity, and the cotton might give a nice also softness. That one may like. Now, for that, These ones happen to come tied like this, so I have to cut it before tying. And voila. This is your Astral pouch.